Hi guys, welcome to my channel. It's Veroosh and this is the Pick a Card channel. Make sure to subscribe separately for more videos. This channel is going to have love dedicated content. So if you're interested about love readings, if that's what you like, this is the place to be. This is a dedicated channel to pick a card. So specifically love pick a card readings. So I hope you enjoy it. And I have an all sign zodiac option for you guys as well, so hang tight for that in a moment. So today we're taking a look at how they feel about you, him or her, whoever you're dealing with. I will tell you how they feel about you. We will use the heart-shaped spread and kind of go by that energy. So you can choose by the energy from these cards. We have the Mary L. Tarot. We have the Bohemian Gothic Tarot from Baba Studios and the Gothic Vampire Tarot, which is, I think, made by US Game. No, it's La Scarborough, which is one of the big card makers. And this is a self-published deck that has now been published through a publishing house. Anyway, so you can choose by the deck, or I will give you a prompt in just a minute so you can think about the energy of the prompt and see if you like it. Or finally, if you want to choose by zodiac, we'll put some zodiac cards on each option and then you can choose exactly which one you want. Okay, so first energy for number one is I am Kali, and so from death comes rebirth, the rebirth and death. Kali is the protectress of women, she's the man-eater. And so we have this regeneration principle, protection of feminine energy, and so forth. And then we have Simikiel, which is the angel of vengeance. Wow, with the Mary L. Tarot is a very intense deck. So if you feel like this is the energy for you, like something has really been intense in this relationship, this might be the option for you, okay? For number two, the Bohemian Gothic Tarot, I have the Marie Masquerade, glamour, intrigue, and drama. Okay. And then the angel associated with number two is Malkuth, which is ground, the kingdom. So it's the bottom part of the tree of life. It's the foundation. And so this is like how about the root chakra? So this is fully grounded energy. I have a feeling that if you choose number two, then your circumstances with this person do involve a lot of drama, a lot of just innuendo, maybe double speak, those kinds of things. And then number three, we have the out, trick, or treating. We are here, we are here. A little bit of a Halloween option today. Okay. And then number three, we have Duma, which is the angel of dreams. So maybe this is, out for trick or treats, having fun and, just going out there. But also the angel of dreams is in option three. And so maybe that will give you insight about which one to choose. So I'm going to cover these up right now. And then I will put down some astrological cards now onto each option. If you want to choose by zodiac, some people really don't like choosing by just the energies. They want to choose by their zodiac sign. This is the option for you. If you don't want to know what zodiac sign is associated with option, I suggest you just skip through the time caps to the 1, 2, or 3 option that you've chosen and watch your part of the reading. But if you want to choose by your sun, moon, and rising, this is your time. So I'll put down, you can see me kind of shuffling. I'm going to put down 4 signs per option today. We have 3 different options, so that's going to be 4 zodiac signs each. I don't know which ones they are. And I trust that the universe will give us the right answers at the right energy. Oh no. Oh, that's right. I thought we didn't have enough. Okay, so if you want to choose one, again, this is spoilers, so if you don't want to choose by zodiac sign, please, jump to the part of the video that you want to watch. Okay, so for number one, we have the sign Gemini, okay, and then we have Capricorn, okay, and then we have the Sagittarian energy, All right. And then the last one is Pisces. Okay. Very interesting. A lot of mutable signs, with the exception of Capricorn. Mutable signs are the signs that in some way have to do with the closing out of a season. And so closing out energy, of course, Capricorn is a cardinal sign. So if you're one of those signs, you can watch number 1. Number 2, we have Taurus. Okay. And then we have the energy of Libra. It's funny when I do these don't really surprise me. And then we have Virgo here. If you've been watching my videos, these signs have been coming up together a lot. And Aries. So Libra, Taurus, and Virgo and Aries energies can watch number 2. And then number 3 we'll see is Leo. Okay. And then we have Aquarius. All right, and we have Scorpio, and the last sign, Cancer. So if you have Cancer, Scorpio, Aquarius, or Leo transits, you may choose number 3, and then that will give you hopefully some kind of insight into how they feel about you. I'm also going to put number 2 and 3 to the side. Oops, sorry. Saying sorry to the pine cones. Okay, so I'll put 2 and 3 to the side and begin with number 1 right away. I hope this is clear for you guys, and yep, let's keep on going and see where the energy is at. Okay, so we see Gemini, Sagittarius, Pisces energy, and we have Capricorn. All right, so this is a heart-shaped spread, and welcome number 1. And if you chose this by just the time cap, these signs might be important for you at this time, or you might have those signs in your chart as well. So Capricorn, Gemini, Sagittarius, Pisces. And if you chose by prompt, then you chose Kali. Oh, this was the wild one. And the angel of vengeance. Okay, very intense energies here. Kali has a lot to do with vengeance. She has a lot to do with retribution for how women have been treated, or how she sees women have been treated, and so forth. So she is known as the protectress of women, the man-eater, right? Okay, so we're using the Mary L Tarot to find out how they feel about you. We're doing the heart-shaped spread. Your first energy here is the 3 of Wands. There's an outcome coming in this situation that you've been waiting for, or that you want. Something has been outstanding, something has been unaddressed. I feel like maybe somebody's time has been wasted in the situation. Specifically, maybe your time has been wasted. And I feel as though that has pushed things to an extreme, to the point that you want, not vengeance, but you want an outcome. Okay? The next energy is the 8 of Pentacles. This is stuff that you want in this relationship. So we have the 8 of Pentacles and the 3 of Swords. In the heart-shaped spread, if the right side does not resonate for you, try switching them around and seeing if the message is right for the other side. So you can put your partner or the person in question on the right side and take the left if that makes more sense for you. But I have a feeling that you have been probably avoiding a situation by focusing on work. I think you're much more hurt by the situation than you let on. And I think that in some way there's a real broken heart regarding circumstances. There's a real sadness with regard to a situation that has come up. There's regret in feelings. There's regret in the circumstances. The next message is the Death card. Okay. And this is how the other person feels about you. Again, you can switch them around. And then we have the 5, the Hierophant. Okay, so I feel as though this person has come to some kind of understanding. Remember, that can be you as well. And has taken a higher perspective regarding this situation. I have a feeling that this person has changed their course of action in terms of what they want to do. And I feel like they have come to some kind of deep knowledge or understanding with regard to how they've interacted with you. I have a feeling that this person really wants change, and this person wants greater enlightenment about their situation with you. They want to understand things from a deeper perspective. Also, I feel like this person also really wants possibly something quite serious at this time. I'm not sure if with you. I have a feeling that you or the person on the right hand side is quite hurt. This has been a difficult situation. It's been emotionally very draining or taxing or just very difficult at this time. And I think the person you're dealing with is taking a spiritual perspective to whatever has happened, and they have elevated their perspective in order to make sense of the lessons that they have incurred by interacting with you. The next energy is the Page of Wands, Sag, Leo, or Aries, secondary transits in Earth, Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. I feel like you're going to want to break away, go a different direction with things. I have a feeling that you're going to want something new. I think that you're tired of holding the same energy for the long time. The situation feels as though it's not easy to reprimand, it's not easy to fix, and so you're excited about these new possibilities, these new directions. This person is going to pick up the pieces and take things one step at a time. This is what they intend towards you or in general with regard to this situation. I have a feeling that this person has gained some kind of insight about their life for having dealt with you or having interacted with you in the manner in which they did. And I feel like they in some way are now pursuing this understanding, be it with you or alone, but it's a lot of work up front. They have the amount of work they have to put in to things is quite intense, and I feel like there is a lot of feelings of there is a lot ahead of them that they're going to have to face, or that they're going to have to work through to get where they're going. So I feel like maybe if you have in some way had conflict with this person may have cut off contact, in fact, entirely, and focused on something that has come up in the time that you have known each other. I feel like possibly you're hurt by the situation, again, switched around if it's the other way around, but I feel like this is the consequence of a lot of behaviors between the two of you, and so this person is now beginning their path in a new direction. They're putting their efforts towards a path of least resistance. Then we have the Ten of Wands, which is your influence in the situation and advice from the universe. We have the Chariot. So there's a lot ahead of you within this relationship that you will have to face and address. There's a lot of facts that you have to consider. There's a lot of energy here for you to think about at this time. I have a feeling that you have to make kind of peace in your heart with regard to a situation, with regard to the situation. That doesn't mean forgive this person, but it does mean that I feel like, it does mean that I think you are meant to in some way put it in perspective for yourself, to kind of come to your own conclusions about the way things happened or the way things played out. I think your life is calling you in new directions, and I feel like this situation is weighing you down. I also think that at this time, you're going to find some level of reconciliation within your own heart regarding this situation, some way to feel good about it, some way to feel as though this situation is not as intense and as confrontational. I feel like you are partially intimidated by this heavy energy of karma and the fact that maybe this person is not providing closure for you. You know, maybe they have in some way just put an end to the situation and they're withholding closure. They're not allowing you that closure. And it's not, maybe that's on some level vengeance, but maybe also on some level that is their way of dealing with the situation. And I think it's working. I think that it's making you upset and overwhelmed. And so I think that in some way, the energy of this person is very much set on seeing things for themselves and taking accountability for themselves in this situation and finding their own truth within it, and not being of any support to you in your understanding of the situation. Their advice is the Ace of Swords. Again, switch it up if you prefer to have the left side represent your energy. We have the Nine of Wands. I feel like this person might be writing by themselves, you know, or in some way withdrawn and thinking about things, communicating with people. I have a feeling that this person has changed directions entirely, and it has to do with their own personal truths that they've kind of pulled from a situation. I really feel like there was a break in communication between you guys, and each one of you had dealt with it differently. You on the right probably got mad but expected everything to sort of reconcile and come back together and work itself out. And so maybe it was a back and forth, and that's what the vengeance is about, like an eye for an eye sort of energy. But this person has a different way of dealing with these things. They don't fight the same way as you do. And so for them, this kind of energy prompted them to withdraw, to turn their direction in a new direction and sort of ice you out. And so you're in a situation where you've assumed, or you believe, the person on the right believes that there was going to be a positive outcome, and it doesn't matter what happens in the war provided there's a good outcome. And this person is very much more critical of the things that have happened in the meantime, and because of this, they have in some way withdrawn completely from the situation, at least for now, to think about their path forward. So it's like this person probably has a hotter temper, so they probably may say things just to get them out, talk about things, work them out together, whereas this person might have a more quiet temper, but they may be more stubborn. And so this person, you know, says what needs to be said in a situation and thinks that it's going to work out for having spoken about it. But this person reacts to those things that were said and done in a very dismissive, like, okay, I don't like this. I don't think that that's reconcilable. Okay. And they've kind of found their own answer to this. The outcome is the Eight of Cups. I really feel like you've been stuck back and forth with someone. And I feel like there was a lot of mutual aggression. And I feel like two people have come to terms with this in their own unique ways. I think that you didn't see the negative consequences as such a bad thing, whereas this person was very put off by whatever happened between the two of you, and they sort of took the responsibility onto their own shoulders and decided to go in their own direction with things and not necessarily be as forgiving or open. This person is very likely something like a fixed sign. So we have both Taurus and Scorpio, the two fixed signs of the zodiac. There's 4 per every single modality. So we have this super energy of fixed energy. So this person's very stubborn, and so they don't change their mind too easily, and that probably has influenced their relationship with you. So, you know, you're ready to forget and forgive, or, you know, water under the bridge. But this person, I think, is put up walls. And the Eight of Cups, which means is that either this person's temper about the situation will go down and you can mediate the situation on a more equal footing, or this person or both of you lose interest in the matter and go your separate ways. So I feel like this person feels as though the things that have been going on between the two of you should not have happened, or should not, and they don't want to be a part of that. And I feel like maybe you feel that too, but you're much more forgiving and much more willing to compromise in this situation. So this person is really, really fixed sign, stubborn. You're much more willing to give. We'll see what happens, which way you guys decide, whether it's going to be to forget and let live, or just go your own directions. But there is this lack of empathy or sympathy, compassion. If you shared compassion for each other, that's quickly run out or running out. It's a coldness that happens. That's why an eye for an eye is a very like brutal way to interact with other people, because what that leads to, this kind of energy, it leads to like just a lack of compassion. You lose the respect for the other person's humanity by stepping into that kind of energy. So, you know, a lesson in strength, a lesson in brutality, a lesson in honesty, but also maybe some opportunity to wake up. And if you leave this situation alone, I really feel like there's an opportunity for it to fix. But if you keep on meddling with it, then I think you'll be disappointed. So I hope this gave you some insight. I hope it gave you something to think about. I'm going to move on to number 2. Let's take a look at your cards. So if you chose number 2, you could have chosen by our prompts, which I'll show you in a moment, or by these zodiac signs. So number 2 is for the following zodiac signs. If you chose by Timecaps, number 2, these signs may be important for you at this time. So we have Taurus, and specifically with regard to this question. Then we have the Libra card, so both Venus ruled transits. And then we have Virgo. Venus is in Virgo at the time of reading. This is more of a, you know, timeless reading, but it is being read in October 2020. Then we have the Aries energy. Very interesting. Okay, and sort of divergent vibrations. We have 2 earth signs and a fire and an air sign. The 2 prompts that you guys used was the Marie Masquerade, which is glamour, intrigue, and drama. So feelings are at a max. I feel Venus is a huge part of this reading. And then we have Malkuth, ground the kingdom. Okay, so this is the foundation. This has a lot to do with the root chakra, not so much to do with like, how do you say, passion, lust. It has a lot to do with the foundation of things, okay? And so this is where you are rooted. These are, I think, in some way, the things that are happening around you now confront what you are, like where your roots are and those kinds of things. And there's a lot of gossip or gossip-like energy around that's throwing a lot of dust up in the air. And so I feel like there's a desire right away, probably from both of you, but maybe from you to them, to kind of quiet things down. I feel like there's a desire for less drama, less just pushy energy, okay? So we have the Baba Studios Victorian Gothic Tarot. So the energy starts off as the 7 of Cups. This has been showing up everywhere. It's Venus in Scorpio, but also really linked to Neptune. So it's the card of illusion, you know? The card of, I feel as though in this situation, someone's not taking a very serious approach to the relationship. Somebody's being flippant, ironic, and not very serious at all. It's very likely that it's not you, that it's the other person. I feel like this person is just not too serious about this relationship. And I feel like that's coming into conflict with the fact that for you, your time is very important at this time. And so their behavior in some way is frustrating because maybe you like them, but the behavior is sort of out of touch with actually building a foundation at this time. A couple cards for this side. We have the Knight of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, and the 6 of Wands. There's been someone around who has been throwing around energy around you. Just so you know, this is the highest aspirations for you, the person asking, and on the other side of the heart is the highest aspirations for the person in question. If you feel you need to switch them around, then please do so. But this Knight of Cups feels like somebody who has come in, a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, maybe, but definitely someone who's offering up something new emotionally. And I think that things have been so strained and stressful that in some way you're considering that. And I feel like there is maybe, and this is maybe them doing that if you want to switch, but I do feel as though there's a sense of victory in a situation where your time was being disrespected, your feelings you felt were being disrespected, and you feel like you can go in a different direction and seek the outcomes that you want, which are grounded in foundation. I'll tell you before we do the whole rest of the reading, if this is really about you, I really encourage you not to react to this flippant behavior by soliciting the attention of other people. It'll lead to hurt, and so it'll lead to a broken heart. So hold off on that. We have the Page of Swords, Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra, secondary transits in Earth, Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. This is their highest aspirations. I have a feeling like this person is very loose. They go around in many different directions. Five of Cups. They're always looking for some new challenge, some new intellectual stimuli. They're always looking for excitement. And I feel like they're perpetually stuck in disappointment because they're seeking an amusement ride, not a relationship. I feel like there's a great sense of immaturity on this side. I mean, we have a Page of Swords right there. So it's someone who's playing games, playing around, and it's leading to different levels of disappointment. It's leading to unmet expectations. So maybe the shell of the person in some way is really good. You know, maybe they'll become a great person, a great partner potential one day. But I feel like at this time they have a tendency, or maybe that's what they're feeling, is that they're feeling, how do you say, as though frivolous. They're feeling like, what's the use? I will not be, how do you say, they're not trusting enough in the situation to actually open up, to actually be mature and meet you, and that's making your eyes wander in different directions. And I feel like, yeah, just somebody's not with it enough, you know, this person on the left hand side. I think that their heart's not with it. I think that they're still chasing the dream, you know. It's kind of something that happens when we're very young, or maybe some people who are older too. It's like you set your expectations so high nobody can meet them. If you're just trying to date, I don't know who, like someone really famous and attractive, and no one will compare to that energy. So I feel like this person set themselves up for failure, and anybody who's interacting with them, they're flippant about it too. They like, I want to date a supermodel. It's like, okay, big guy, you do you. But I feel like on this side, you need to be careful, the person on this side, to not react with too quickly jumping into an emotional relationship. And, you know, it's not a reaction that's good for you in the long term. Then we have the Six of Pentacles, Moon in Taurus. You need to slow down and find the main theme for you coming up is reciprocity. So it's about having someone meet you halfway. And so don't throw other things into the mix of this situation. But very soon you will have the opportunity to assert an equal give and take relationship with someone. If you pull yourself into a situation in which you're just manipulating someone to show the world and show yourself that you don't need this person and that kind of thing, especially if it's adultery or infidelity, you're going to live with the consequences of that, and it's not going to feel right. So your desire to be victorious is not the way to interact with this person. This person's not going to get it, and it's going to ricochet back onto you and make you feel like crap. Then we have the Ace of Wands. This person's thinking with his Ace of Wands. You know, if you're dealing with a man or a woman, they're very driven by the wand. They're just very, very frivolous, and you can't calm them down. It's fun, you know. I can see probably why you were attracted to this situation. It was fun. It promised a lot of different things. Nothing too serious. Maybe you felt non-committal when you met this person. But I feel like once the dust settled in your life, you decided, I think you probably want something more serious. The Malkut, you want the and this person, he or she, is just constantly bringing drama. It's because you chose a person who, like, at a time when you didn't want something serious, and then you got kind of hooked on them or interested by them, and so you kept on reaching out for more, but it wasn't the best outcome. It wasn't the best situation. Then we have the Five of Pentacles. This is advice for you in this situation. And we have Justice. So I think that you're getting sort of spun out of control here if you chose this side of the reading. I think that things are changing for you rather quickly, and pulling yourself out of all interactions, I think, is advisable. And waiting for something solid to come through, which isn't actually too far away from now. So get grounded, and good energy will come to you in some way. But I also feel like for you, the next step has to do with making right in your life with regard to something. So you're less infirm in dealing with people and situations. So there's something in your life that is weak that you would really love someone to help you through with, be a good friend, and be a companion. But I think that you need more grip of a situation over that issue so that you can move forward in a balanced way. You know, maybe something involving a Libra. Okay. And then let's take an energy for them. What's the advice for them? Page of Cups. See more love, more sowing wild oats. And the Ten of Swords. It's very likely that they'll meet someone. This is a very beautiful person. Page of Cups is like puppy love energy. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, but not necessarily so. This is an enchantress, female or male. This person very likely will have their heart broken in the not too distant future. And that's a part of their gallivanting. Like they're just crazy. They're just out for a good time. And yes, they might fall in love, but then the Ten of Swords is coming. So they have their own experience to go through, their own realizations to come to terms with. And you have to be at peace with that. And I think a part of that is not thinking that you're going to be at the end of that rope. I think you're going to have something else by the time that person figures things out. So I feel like don't waste your time. I feel like this person, it's not an ill will, it's just the D. Like, I think that it's really someone who's, you just picked, you picked at a time and when it was like romantic and fun and not too serious, but you actually found feelings probably for each other, and now you're stuck in this situation with two people who want different things, and they're getting their emotions hurt by interacting with each other. But this person is definitely like, don't try to meet them trying to meet other people by doing that yourself. That will come naturally anyway. Generosity and reciprocity. And then the outcome is the Ace of Cups, new relationships for both of you. They'll ultimately find something or someone and, find their Ace of Cups. But also you, I think, are forming a relationship. A big message for you is that you need to address something that you feel very infirm about, something that you're hoping for help with, in your circumstances. And I feel like you need to take care of that yourself and not kind of rely on somebody else to step in and help you. So you need that independence. You need to claim more independence in your circumstances. So in short, stay single for a minute, you'll meet someone, but then also I feel like you need to address something, and then you get your Ace of Cups. Now, maybe ultimately this relationship won't work out. Maybe this will be a friendship to support you and be your companion, and ultimately you will have a new beginning together. But I don't think you should wait on it. Don't wait on people that are going through this kind of stuff, because you might have a rude awakening, you know, when they, like, people who struggle with things, and like if the nature of the relationship is helping them with their struggle, if you're not actually looking for anything and you're just doing it because you have the time or the availability, great, fine. But if you want anything out of that situation, it may really backfire, because people, once they leave circumstances, they take on a new energy, and then they get excited about their new path, which may not include the person who helped them in the first place, or who waited for them in the first place. So I don't know, just don't focus so much on what they feel or think about you at this time. I know it's hard, and it seems like they're hurting you pretty bad, like going after, you know, hot, younger prospective partners one after the other, burning through them, and just being messy. And I don't think you should try to play them at their game, because they're not playing you, they're just being irrational, or they're being young, or they're being just ironic, or whatever the term may be. And so build your own foundation and wait for the time. Avoid their drama. I don't think they intend to bring drama into your life, but I don't know. I just feel like you should not get so caught up in this energy. So number 2, that's your message. I hope you like it. And now we're going to do number 3. So if you chose number 3, I'll show you your prompts in just a moment. But first, let's take a look at your signs. So we have Leo, I will. Okay, so that's for you, Leo. And then we have Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising, I know. And then we have Scorpio, transform. Okay, very, very powerful energies, both fixed signs here. Actually, hold on. Scorpio, Aquarius, and Leo are fixed signs. There we go. And then we have Cancer, a cardinal sign. I thought I saw... Whoop, I must have called one of the fixed signs. One sign... Which Taurus? Taurus is a fixed sign. It's the 4th fixed sign. Oh, it's mutable signs for another option. Okay, now I get it. I was like, oh, so this is a fixed sign energy. Things are not changing so fast, or the people involved are very careful to take steps, make changes. They kind of tote things along for a while. So here's your kind of oracle card. Out trick-or-treating, we're here. Okay, so it's a Halloween theme because we're before Halloween. And then we have the angel Duma, the angel of dreams. I like Duma. Duma, it's such a nice name. Okay, so the angel of dreams, we're here. Okay, trick-or-treating. Unexpected visitors, adventures. Let's see what else is going on. The Cancer one with these cards baffles me, but both water sign energies here, Scorpio and Cancer. So Gothic Tarot, vampires, 5 of Cups. So somebody is dealing with life disappointments. Maybe you had met each other at a time when both or one of or both of you were very disappointed. We have the 10 of Cups for you. I think you're very happy with having met this person. And then we have 18, but there's a secret around the circumstances that you're interacting with. This is the moon. So this is not an easy situation, but I feel like it fulfills something for you that you truly want. And I feel like maybe you met somebody and both of you were saddened, or both of you were in a semi-depressed state, sad about the world or lethargic, and you became very happy to have met the person, and you have this secret desire for them possibly. There's a lot of very deep feelings. Dreams is connected with Pisces that rules the moon card. I feel as though you're probably thinking of taking this relationship into a different direction. And I feel like, yeah, you're very much considering, can this go somewhere else? For all these signs, I was feeling like there's some kind of, you're really daydreaming, like you're willing to take a risk, you're willing to take the next step. And then for the other person, we have the Two of Pentacles. That person's just trying to learn to live, frankly. They're trying to learn to live, to put pieces back together, to become like themselves again, just to get back in touch with control over their lives. So you were both sad for different reasons, but the resonance of the sadness was similar. Hopelessness, aimlessness in life, overwhelmed by life's circumstances, and you found comfort in each other's presence. But this person is in a much more, not tragic state, but sensitive state. They are predisposed to and vulnerable to the possibility of failure. They have to take care of themselves more. I feel like you have more things covered in your life. And so this person has to put up walls in order to make sure that they're safe. The next energy is the Devil, number 15, Capricorn energy. There could be someone really dark around them that's creating a threat for them in their life, a Capricorn energy possibly, but not always so. They might be struggling also with some kind of substance abuse or some kind of other thing that's beyond their control. This is Saturn energy. This could be something in their life that is overwhelming. And I feel like outside influences into their life are a threat at this time, which means that they are not so open to anyone, not because they don't like you or that they don't want to be around you. It's just they feel scared and they feel as though they need to protect themselves. They need to watch out for themselves and they can't risk it. It just feels like you're on vacation and they're in classes or work. And so you can afford the extra time, but they can't as much be as frivolous, or they have something pressing on them that in some way makes them feel very weary to the outside world. Maybe a bad relationship that blew up in their face and caused them setbacks. Maybe they in some way are not so open for another relationship to come through. You get the Hierophant, which is Taurus, Venus. I think you're going to learn much more about this person and where they're coming from. I think you have a lot of love and compassion for them and very deep feelings. And I think what's missing is an understanding of what this is. So as you get to know them a bit more, you'll be like, oh wow, like this person has responsibilities that are weighing them down. They have things on the line that they can't risk for a relationship. A lot of parents struggle with this, right? If they're a single mom or dad, they might have little kids that they're responsible to, and bringing in a new boyfriend or girlfriend, it just feels like a threat. So as you get to know them better, you'll realize what's motivating them to be so distant at this time. And then we have, and it has to do with self-protection for them. And then we have the Seven of Swords. This person's going to be very evasive with you. So they're going to leave the situation, avoid, distract, change the subject, all sorts of avoidance behaviors. It's the fact that they, in some way, have to be shown or proven that this energy that you're bringing is genuine. And you need to get right about your moon, which means the moon can represent that maybe your feelings are not so concrete, like maybe you do feel love or compassion, but do you really know? Will you love them when you learn everything that you need to know about them? You can afford the risk, they can't, right? They don't have the luxury. Here is the next message for you, influences, which is the Four of Swords influencing you at this time. And then we have the this is the Three of Wands. Oh, this is the Four of Swords and the, sorry, Queen of Wands, Sag, Leo, and Aries. I think that you need to rest within yourself to have more confidence with regard to the situation. I feel like it's almost like, you know, something that you almost got and it sort of ran away. So you sort of wanted to chase it a bit more. You wanted to put in the extra effort to get its attention. And I feel like that energy for you, it made you, I feel like you need to make sure that your intention is pure. And the only way that you're going to do that is to give your mind a break about the situation so you can kind of get some clarity for what you really want. Just because you feel drawn to this person, just because you love them, it doesn't mean that this situation is right for you. And be sure that at what level you love them, what level are these feelings positive. Remember, you can switch this energy around. So if this isn't you, this could be the other person. Then we have the King of Wands, Sag, Leo, or Aries. This person has some really strong energy, but they have to free themselves up and step back into it. So they, you know, their attention is split in different directions and they're distracted. And that's not necessarily your fault. It's not their fault. It's a fact of life. So they need to get a grip on what they are doing. Maybe maybe it's not kids. Maybe it's like they've had a situation come through in their life that was heavily, heavily distracting. And so now they need to get back on their feet again. That's priority number one. Do you see this guy is sitting there, which could be you, the man with the gray hair, and he's like looking to the side and he's just eating, but he doesn't look happy. The person next to him is drinking a goblet and, well, this is a vampire deck, so it's blood that's trickling down his chin. It was so intense. But anyway, and so you see this person is much less controlled. Even though they may be experiencing similar feelings, this person is really stuck in a situation or much more the subject to a situation, whereas you're much more like present and in control of what's going on. Okay, so now we have the Page of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, secondary transits in air. There's someone around them who they have Capricorn energy that keeps on showing up and causing a distraction in their life. It could be an ex. It could be some kind of just very predatory situation that they keep on dealing with that weighs down on them. The ex could be showing up, or there could be outstanding separation agreements or something else. But I do feel like their life is being intruded upon and they're just trying to make things happen. So I think they're on guard, and I really feel that you should not participate in a relationship with them until you know that you're very serious and there's a really good chance that something good can come out of it, right? And they have to get sort of right in their head about things. So it sucks, but it really feels like this person is just weighed down, you know, by circumstances, and something keeps on showing up that's a threat. And until they're outside of that flight or fight mode, really a flight mode, then you're not going to get very far. And on this side, this person really needs to know their feelings, that they're coming through with the right intention. It's not just a game, you know, it's not just a nice weekend or a nice getaway, that there's something good here for them. Here is the next energy, the outcome. We have the Hanged Man, which is probably the best card you can think of for this reading. I think this person needs time. You know, the person on the left-hand side. I think that it really is tough. I'm sure many of us have been in a similar situation where the timing was just crap, and if the other person waited like a week longer, then things would have gotten better, or maybe even longer than that. So I feel like This person needs time to get a grip on things, to work things out, see them through, whereas you need to get familiar with your feelings. The person on the right hand side needs to figure out how serious their feelings are and feel confident and content about them, whether you're a man or a woman. Okay? So I hope this gives you some good insight about how they feel about you and what's going on. And yeah, I'll catch you guys soon. Make sure to like and comment. I hope you like the channel. Thank you for watching. Bye.